Hey, welcome to another edition of the O Show. We got a new co-host with me here today, Coach Dr Ferguson. He's the commissioner of our basketball league, the Dirt Bowl. He's been doing this for quite some time, and I've just been happy to run it with him. Coach, thank you for coming in and
Appreciate you.
sitting in for Big View today.
Thank you.
So we're going to start off today, man. We're going to talk a little bit about the league, what's been going on here lately. And so far, man, we got 2 undefeated teams. We got the Bulls and the Magic. What do you think about that?
Couldn't ask for no better turnout, man. I think that's what makes the league exciting. And I don't know. God in heaven bless us. That's it.
Yeah. We got 2 more teams that's in the running. The Rockets and the Grizzlies. The Rockets are 9-1. Grizzlies are 7-3. The Rockets got a big one against the Magic Monday. So what do you think about how do you think this is going to turn out?
Well, I'm honest with you, and we've kind of had some conversation. If the big guy comes with him, he's there, Stan Simpson, I think. Mm-hmm. If Tavion's there, of course, that young fella I've been telling you about all year, you know, if he's there, hey, they got a shot. I really give them a shot, man, because
they really got a shot.
They do. I really think they have a shot. And here's why. You got Stan, who's played professionally, so he can kind of keep them there. Tavion's played professionally. Now you got the young fella. You know, hey, he's that factor. You know, he gets to the rack real well. He's athletic. He's really mentally he's more into the game, I think, than he was last year. And like Stan wasn't there a couple times, and you know, got a young fella carrying the team. Hey, that's called maturity. So I really think they have a shot with those 3 guys playing. Don't get in foul trouble. Manage the game right. Don't fall into the variables outside the court.
What we call the white line.
There you go.
Don't worry about what's outside the white line.
Yeah. And that young fella I'm talking about is Mr. Lindsey.
Okay.
I call him a young fella. I knew his dad when he's up there coaching. I call him a young fella. And the one thing is, I like, you know, last year I think getting to know my personality, there was some little friction there, but he's mature. I think, and I've told him personally, I think he's one of the better players in our league. I think he don't realize that to the level that I realize it. But I think when we start numbering players in the league, he's that top echelon. So I think he really is that factor because you know Stan's gonna bring his maturity thing. You know Tavion's gonna bring his. You always get the 3rd or 4th person to do that, and Lindsey's that guy. If he's mentally into the game and doesn't get distracted by calls that don't go his way, or if he doesn't get distracted by the people on the sideline trying to pull him out of the game to benefit the other team, they really have a shot. They really have a shot.
Now, this could kind of be like his, coming out party as far as, this is his first real on the big stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Could it be too big for him?
Well, they had a big stage game earlier this year against the Bulls.
Yeah.
And I wasn't there, so I really don't know how it turned out, per se. So, y'all have to fill me in.
Well, in that game, they were right where they need to be at.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think, again, that's where over the season they have matured. Mm-hmm. Notice they only lost 1 game since then.
Yeah.
It's because they matured. They understand what they need to do. Can't worry about the referee's calls because you can go get some you can go miss. You got to make the shots when you need them. You got to do the things right. Get the ball to the right guy. And so I think they legitimately had a shot had they stayed what they were doing. Mm-hmm. And so now, based on what they're doing, like I said, if they come in there and do those things, Lindsey plays his game. He got to stay in that ball game. If he plays that game, those 3 guys can have a chance to really do it. Mm-hmm. I really think so.
So we know how the top 3 teams are. I know after that there's a log jam.
Yes.
Well, we'll say the top 4 teams. After that there's a log jam trying to get in. Is there anybody separating themselves from the pack?
From that log jam?
Yes.
Honestly, no. Because they're all interchangeable. They're all beating up on each other. So you had the top 3 per se, but then 4 down to 12.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I put up the playoff bracket the other day, and everything is still moving parts. You know what I'm saying? A win here could move you up to 6. A loss can move you down to 12. So it's all interchangeable right now. So it's top heavy with the 3 teams, I think. Mm-hmm. Then the Grizzlies, they're probably just a notch up under them, and then there's everyone else. So,
and again, that factor, and I leave all that to him because I never try to get mixed in there. I just say, hey, we need this done. He takes care of it. So when somebody asks me about the thing, I still ask him. You know, and I think like how I look at it, it's not a disrespectful remark, but I leave it to him and I don't get into it. But stuff he shared with me, I think some of the stats he shared with me, and go back to that other question, separation from that loud jam. Again, Lindsey's in the top 4 or 5 in scoring in the league. And you know, he's one of the youngest, right? So because of that, and he's one of the youngest, and he's in the top 4 or 5 scoring, that's that separation factor, I think, there. And I think, like he was saying, the Grizzlies are right, just a niche under there. I think, again, the 2 professional guys are going to be the one to separate. I really think the 2 professional guys on the Rockets are going to be the ones to separate.
okay, we got the Big O's Power 6 this week at number 6. And there's been a debate on who number 6 is and who number 5 is. So right now at number 6, we have the Heat. Right now they're 6-4. They're playing good ball. They took a L earlier last week that kind of surprised everyone, but right now they're still sitting at number 6. At number 5, we have the Wizards. They're led by Nick Keaton, who's the leading scorer in the league. They came up with a buzzer-beating shot Wednesday against the Spurs. So we have them sitting at number 5. At number 4, we have the Grizzlies. Like we said earlier, they're just a notch below the top 3 teams that I have in the Power 6. They're talented, they're long, they're deep. So, you know, they could possibly end up in the Final Four championship game, in my opinion, because of the talent that they have as well. At number 3, we have the loaded Rockets. Like we stated earlier, the Rockets, man, they're so loaded, they're long, they're deep, they're talented, and like we said, James Lindsey is the 3rd leading scorer in the league right now, 4th leading scorer in the league, and he can go off for 25. They have Hollingsworth who can go off for 25. They have T. Murphy who can go off for 15 or 20. And then they just added the big fella Stan Simpson. So that's not even saying anything about Kyrie Jones that they have. So I have them at number 3. At number 2, I have the Magic.
What?
I have the Magic at number 2.
You put us number 1?
I have the Magic at number 2. The reason is I don't know who's going to be there on a daily basis. I know they beat the Pacers by 50.
I was finna say, just had a 50-point lead.
They beat the Pacers by 50. I understand that completely. But them losing some key components due to job situations, that I have them at number 2.
Gotta look at the product too on that 50-pointer. Gotta look at the product.
Okay, look what they were. Okay, I see what you're saying.
And then at number 1, I have the Bulls.
So you think they just kind of rounding in the form, right?
I think they're rounding in the form. Debo had a 40-point game the other night.
Debo has really seemed to take it to another level lately.
He's been playing great ball here lately. Granted, it was against some lesser competition, but 40 outside is still 40. You know, everybody's not getting 40. So
now, do we have any update on Dominique?
Dominique just set it out. He's
just resting for the playoffs.
Yeah, he's gonna be there. He's gonna be there when it counts. Okay. What was told to me behind the scenes.
Okay.
So he's gonna be there when it counts. So that's my Power 6. I have the Heat at 6, the Wizards at 5, the Grizzlies at 4, the Rockets at 3, the Magic at 2, and the Bulls at 1.
Just back on his comment there, and yours, Debo's really stepped it up. Yeah. You know, he stepped it up, and you know, like he said, 40-40.
Yeah.
And if he didn't get anything, guess what? That'd be a big deal too. So on the inside, he got 40, and he did a good job. He again one of the young groups with Mr. Lindsey and some of these other guys that are leading the league, like he said. So that's where we're starting to get a new group of guys, and it's entertaining. People want to come and see them.
All right, we have a special guest today. His name is James Lindsey. He's a shooting guard from the Rockets. Right now, his team is 9-1, and he's playing some good ball, man. Thank you for coming in and joining us today.
Appreciate you, man. Yes, sir.
Okay, James, man. You play with the Rockets, man. You guys are sitting in 3rd place right now. Tell me a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the team right now.
About myself, I've been watching dirt ball since I was young. Like Mr. Ferg said, I've been out there I've been wanting to play in it since I was young, but my dad never let me play in it. So I got my chance, and I'm just showing what I can do. You know, about my team, we deep, like you guys been saying. We got 1 through 5 that can put the ball in the rim, and I think that's what gives us an advantage over some teams. So if we play together, stay locked in, and don't worry about the refs and stuff, I think we'd be cool.
Question. And I'll say this to you. So, how do you feel being one of the youngest guys in the league, but you being an intricate part of your team winning? So, in other words, if you don't come out there with yourself locked in mentally, that you could hurt your team, and they know when. And then if you come locked in, like Mr. Mitchell said, then they have a shot to taking it all away. So, how do you feel about that pressure? Because being young, there could be a lot of pressure on you. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's been like that all my life. Play with a couple guys. I mean, I really didn't have much pressure, but I had like a big role to play. Like when I was in high school, for me to get in the game, I had a big role to play. I had to play defense for me to get in the game, and I took advantage of it because I wanted to be out there on the floor. So I want to be out there on the floor and do whatever it takes to help my team win the game. So if that's me scoring 6 points, I'll score 6 points. If I got to guard the best player, I'll do it.
Okay, you coming from Bryan Station playing in a defensive-oriented system. You play for Coach Nimbo, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you playing with a point guard and Tavion who can get you the ball in spots where it can make you successful. How's it playing with Tavion?
It's amazing. Just playing in that atmosphere with the pros we have on our team, it makes it a lot easier for me. I can come out the game if I need to. I don't have to bring the ball up. I can let them do that. So it takes a lot of pressure off of me playing with those guys.
Okay. Y'all added the big fella, Stan Simpson. This will be his 3rd game coming up Monday, which is a huge game. How do you think he's going to factor into what y'all do for the rest of the season and making this playoff run?
I think he's going to play big in the game. I know he hasn't been here, but he's gonna come. He's gonna come to play.
Okay. Well, tell us a little bit about the journey, or now that you're doing the dirt boat thing, and we just got some news the other day that you're gonna be going to school. Tell us a little bit about that.
I'm just playing in the dirt boat because it's where I grew up around, and it's keeping me in shape so I can get ready for school. But I got a second chance to go back to school. I'm taking advantage of it.
Definitely good. Okay, what school will you be attending?
I'll be attending Clark State Community College in Ohio, JUCO.
Okay. So we had a conversation Monday or Tuesday, and I asked you, I got a big game coming up next Monday. What was your exact words to me? Because we do trash talking on this show, so we got to get it in. So what was the exact quote that you told me?
I said, we're not losing no more.
Wow.
And then Stan went on social media and said the Bulls will not be the only undefeated team in the league. So, Magic, y'all heard it here first.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
Yeah, so, hey, they putting the pressure on, so we're going to see what's going to happen.
Now, you know it's going to be standing room only up there. It's going to be like the dirt bowl.
Yeah.
It's going to be a championship game and not a championship game.
Championship game atmosphere.
So do you think that's going to affect you in any way?
Oh, no, sir.
Okay, because I'm just telling you, everybody's been talking about it. You know, he can put the stuff out and they respond. Yeah, be up there. And the OG's going to be up there too.
Yeah, everybody's going to be up there. They're going to live stream it too, so it's going to be live too. So you just come ready. Everybody bring your popcorn because it's going to be a good one.
Now, do you feel any pressure to, do you feel like I got to have a good game?
Yeah, I know.
It's like I got to have a good game.
Hey, I let my team down last year, so we getting our rematch against the Magic. I'm just gotta come big, come ready to play.
Okay. Now, some people around the Dirt Bowl kind of see y'all as I don't know, the team that's right there but not there. So how do you answer those? This is a chance for you guys to prove that you can be in that upper echelon.
And with that, we just got to come ready to play and show them that we belong up there.
Y'all lost to the Magic in the playoffs, right? So this is a revenge game for the Magic. So them getting over that Magic hump is a different story. So this could be, what you're saying is that game to get them over the hump, to let them know that they belong there. So they have beaten some good teams, but to get to that next level, championship level, you know what I'm saying? This is a stepping stone right here to get to that point.
Okay. Question. Mike, if you was to talk to Mr. Mitchell right here and tell him, I want to know 2 questions. Number 1, who's the MVP of our league? And number 2, who's your top 10 players in the league? If we were going to do our league team or whatever.
Like y'all said, at 40 points, I gotta go with my man Debo. That's impressive. And outside to get 40, I know it's hard to do. And for my top 10, I gotta put Hollingsworth on there, Nick Keaton, gotta put Debo. Got to put Mari on there too.
Marty Young fellow for the Wildcats. He's averaging 19 now. We had a 25 point explosion the other day. So 15-year-old kid in our league averaging almost 20.
A lot of people don't talk about him. I put them in the top 10, but I got to put Wing Bean in there. He can hoop, play. I got to put my brother in there, P.D. Lindsey. He can play. Sam Parrish, Trinard Chester, the Raekwon Evans from the Magic, and then Trenton Thompson from the Sonics.
Yeah, you had to throw Sonic. He smiled a little bit.
I don't know. Ferg kind of been verbal lashing on the Sonics lately. We ain't been seeing that Sonic pride.
I got one question. This is a follow-up, and I don't have any more. You named your all tournament team, and you named the MVP. But you just got through saying that you have to have a good game for your team to feel like it. So why aren't you on one of those teams? And it ain't being arrogant by saying I feel like I'm one of the best players, but why you didn't name yourself?
I know I can compete with those guys. I'm just showing love.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, James, man, thank you for coming out, man, and answering some of these questions, man.
Appreciate you.
Staying a part of a little bit.
Yeah.
Good luck to y'all Monday. Hey, make sure y'all show up Monday at 7:30, man.
We'll be live.
We will be live.
Yes.
The number 2 and number 3 team, 1A and number 3 team will be playing Monday at 7:30. So once again, man, thank you for coming out, man.
Thank you for having me.
Well, once again, man, we'd like to close it out today. Thank y'all for joining us for the whole show. Coach Ferg, man, Dr. Ferg, Big Brother Ferg, man, that's my guy, man. Thank you for coming out and helping me out today.
And just to pitch out there, I toot this one because he don't. I want to thank you for everything you do for the Dirt Bowl. You enhance everything we're trying to do. You're always right there by my side, helping me make decisions, and just everything that you do on the stats and the different things to help make the league better, and we're making it better. So I appreciate everything you do, and I want everybody else out there to know that. Because you don't do something by yourself. The leader is never out front. It's always in the back supporting. And I really appreciate everything you do.
Thank you.
And I tell you that privately, but everybody else out there needs to know it.
All right, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Good night. Y'all have a good day.